cousin is the guy in the gray-haired referee, so I had to go down and say hi. Yes. So, told me that his father is not doing well. So, he said he was there today, and he said we kind of started the conversation about that it's been a good run. So, it's just like, I knew he wasn't doing well, but I didn't know it got to that point. So, I'm glad I went down and talked to him. He grew up in Cherry. So, are you ready? Well, I don't know if I want to begin. I might still be a little bit. No, I got the bits. Woo! All right, I'm going at 600. Are we on the internet? Oh yeah, we're live. Well, welcome everybody to the Falls High Gymnasium as we get set for Bronco boys basketball as they take on the Warroad Warriors. Tim Ringhofer joining you here this evening. Happy to have you along here on Midco Channel 7 and on kcc-tv.org, YouTube, Facebook, and heavens knows where else they got us all set up on. But happy to be here tonight. And two teams that, well, you look at their records right about the 500 mark. The Broncos sitting at 6-4. They've only got to play twice in the last basically 2 weeks, so it feels like maybe they've only played 10 games, folks. They're 6-4 on the season. They were 6-2, lost their last 2 games. Of course, one of the games they missed out on was last Friday's game down at Mesabi East, a rematch of a game that they played right after the new year. And that game has been rescheduled for February 27th. That's a Thursday. And parent-teacher conferences that night, so start making your plans accordingly, whether you're coming to parent-teacher conferences or going to the game. And the teams lost, as I mentioned, 2 in a row. And, of course, the game that they lost on Tuesday night here against the Virginia Blue Devils, probably nobody would say they were shocked by the outcome that it was a loss, because Virginia, one of the top teams in northeastern Minnesota, so no shame in the loss there. Last week they lost to Evelyn Gilbert on the road, and that game I think was one of the games that maybe could tip or break or make, or however you want to think about this team, because that was a tough 30-point loss to Evelyn, a team that they beat on this floor right here at the Falls High Gymnasium by 3 points back in December. So you would think in a 4-week period that there's not a 33-point difference. So where does this team do? How do they get over this hump? How do they get out of this losing streak? And we'll see if they can do that against the 7-6 Warroad Warriors tonight. The Warriors also lost the game last weekend. They were supposed to be playing Bagley, but they're on a 2-game winning streak. And when I talked to their head coach before the game, he mentioned we've been going through a lot of sickness recently, and he's one of them that was feeling a little bit under the weather. And so he was talking about he likes how their team has come out of the sickness, dealing with the flu and everything else. And he said he kind of feels like he likes where this team is at. Again, 7-6, beat Stephen Argyle last Thursday and beat Goodridge Grigla also last week. So this team is looking up and seeing things in the right direction. We had the JV game earlier here this evening, and the Warriors defeated the Broncos by a final score of 60-35. It was 45-12 at halftime, and the Warroad Warriors JV team looked very good up and down the floor, can run, and so I'm excited to see if that's what the Varsity is going to do as well. The Broncos would love to play that kind of game. The Broncos like to get up and down the floor and play kind of a wide open style, not that slow down. They'd like to see the games in the 70s and 80s. Well, heck, maybe even the 90s, I think, if they could get them there. And so we could see some high-scoring action here tonight on Midco Channel 7 and on kcc-tv.org. The Broncos all-time own the edge in this series. They've played 44 times, and the Broncos have won 29 and only lost 15. under head coach Amos McKenzie. He has split the 2 games that they have played against Warroad with a loss last season and a win the first season under Amos McKenzie's tutelage. So the rubber match, so to speak, here tonight, and we'll see what is happening there. Of course, as you look on the screen tonight, you're going to see a plethora of cheerleaders on the opposite side of the floor. And the hockey cheerleaders are here tonight. At halftime, they're going to do their Winter Sports Week routine, because next week is Winter Sports Week. Did you know that, Dars? Hey, did not know that. Did you know that the Pep Fest is tomorrow? Nobody told you. 4th hour tomorrow, the Pep Fest. Starts at 11:15, done at 12:05. Here, you need a pen to write that down. And so tomorrow, the Pep Fest, they're doing it a little bit differently this year. They're going to do the Pep Fest the Friday before the week of homecoming to kind of kick everything off, get all the kids up to snuff on what's going on. So the Pep Fest tomorrow at 11:15 to 12:05, and then Winter Sports Week is next week, and they'll have all the dress-up days and everything going on next week. So that's why the cheerleaders will be here tonight, and we'll get their halftime dance. They'll get a chance to practice it here. And, of course, the Bronco boys hockey team is hosting North Shore tonight over at Bronco Arena, so a doubleheader of games here. And I'm sure some people will be seeing both games tonight. And so with that, we've got the school song here. That'll give me an opportunity to go through the starting lineups before you see them on the floor. We'll talk about the visitors first. The Warroad Warriors are going to have starting at a guard, number 3, Evan Grover. Also starting at a guard, number 10, Jeremy Cole, and number 12, Cole Spence. At the forward positions will be number 4, Dylan Fox, and number 32, Virgil Lasnica. And I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I have been practicing. That one was a little bit of a tongue twister by the spelling, but I think I've got it right. At least when I said it to Coach, he said, yeah, that sounds pretty good. So Lasnica is what it will be for the Broncos, the very traditional lineup. If you've watched this Bronco boys basketball team, this has been the starting lineup, minus one player who's a switch, but otherwise it's pretty common. Starting at the guards, senior number 2, Jay Saline, and a junior number 4, Bryant Koenig. At the forward positions, a junior number 5, Riley Larson, and junior number 24, Cullen Ryan. And then starting at the center position, that's where the change is at. You'll have number 10, junior Jesse Forsyth. So we are ready for the national anthem here, so we'll turn it over to them and that stuff, and we'll talk to you here in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching boys basketball on kcc-tv.org and on Midco Channel 7.
forward of junior number 5, Riley Larson. At forward number 10, junior Jesse Forsyth. And rounding out the lineup for the Broncos, at a forward of junior number 24, Cullen Ryan. Referees for tonight's game are David Levy, Travis Hockey, and Dave Blumack.
Public address announcer Josh Kading getting us set here for basketball. The Broncos in their home purples, gold and black and gold trim. The Warriors in their white uniforms with black and gold trim as well. The Broncos will be going left to right across your screen here as we get this game underway. Referees look impatient. The Warrior players look impatient. You can't see me. I'm feeling impatient. Let's light this candle. Let's get this thing going. As Ryan and Lesnica will take the tip, and the Warriors will control. Jeremy Cole, the point guard. He's guarded by Forsyth. 10 against 10. Drives in wide open underneath. An easy bucket for Dylan Fox, and the Warriors score on their first possession to take a 2-0 lead. Full court pressure here from the Warriors. Koenig near side to Ryan. Ryan dribbling. Comes across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Finds Larson. Larson clears it off to Koenig, the point guard, and the Broncos set up their offense. Looks like man-to-man here from the Warriors. Koenig goes in. Dishes out. Helene has the ball. Gives it off to Ryan. In the corner. Koenig. Off the bounce. Into the paint. Has it taken away. Stolen away by Lasnica. I'll get it right yet, folks. Lasnica. Top of the key. Off the dribble here is Grover. Gets cut off there. Inside, wide open is Lasnica. He's got the bucket, and it's quickly 4-0 Warriors less than a minute into this ball game. Up the near sideline. Helene attacks the bucket. Goes right at Lasnica, and he's going to get the foul on Lasnica. First foul of this basketball game, and Helene will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Again, the Broncos on a 2-game losing streak here, looking to get things going here towards the end of January. And, start thinking about things. February 21st, 22nd, a Saturday, the final game of the season for the Broncos as Helene misses the first free throw. So it's only about a month away. Well, it's 23rd today, right? Okay, 22nd, that's just a hair bit less than a month if we do the math on that. There's Helene's second free throw on the way. A little strong. Can't get the shooter's roll as Lasnica comes up with the rebound. The Warriors quickly down the far sideline. Handed off there to Grover. Grover dribbles. He's guarded by Helene. Gets a screen. Pick and roll with Lasnica. Nothing there. Results from that. Spence near side into Lasnica. Spins. Tipped away by Ryan. It'll go out of bounds, and it will stay with the Warriors. Cole will bring it in from the near baseline for the Warriors. They lead it 4-0 into Lasnica. Lasnica tipped out of his hands, and it will stay with the Warriors. Babe Glumack in his 51st year doing basketball. Refi on the baseline, in case you're wondering who that is. And Lasnica inside, goes up. I think Ryan might have got a piece of that. Caning the rebound, quickly up the sideline. Gives it off to Helene, who crosses over. Hits Larson, who's going down the lane, steps through, left-handed layup. Good transition basketball by the Broncos there as they get on the scoreboard here with 16:22 remaining in the first half. Near side, this is Spence off the dribble. Lobs it inside. Wide open is Fox, and that's an easy bucket. He's got two of those right down underneath, wide open, and the Warriors lead 6-2. Katie dribbles against a mild pressure, gets it to Larson across the timeline. Back to Koenig. Lost the handle on it, but regains control along the far sideline. Dribbles baseline. Tried to leave that for Forsyth. Tipped away by the Warriors. In transition, here comes Cole. Cole lays on the brakes. Inside, Lasnica. Going to be tough to stop him from there, and he drops that in there for a couple. He's got 4 points, and it's 8-2 lead here for the Warriors. Katie quickly to the near side to Ryan. Across the timeline, gets trapped, leaves it off for Koenig. Koenig hits Forsyth in the paint, spins in, puts it up, gets the roll. Good job by Jesse Forsyth, and the Broncos trail it 8-4. Back up come the Warriors on the far sideline. This is Spence, tipped away by Larson, and it'll go out of bounds and stay with the Warriors for substitution. Coming into the ballgame, this is going to be Jet Tomzak for Jesse Forsyth. Broncos will stay in their man-to-man. Lob to Lasnica. Finds a wide open Fox off the dribble against Ryan. Up and one. So Dylan Fox has showed himself very, very well here so far. Just a sophomore. Big, solid kid. He's got 6 points, and he'll be looking for his 7th here with 15-15 remaining in the first half. Foul there was on Ryan, his first, team first, second foul of the game. As Fox hits it, it's an 11-4 lead here for Warroad. Near side, Caney. More of a token pressure here by the Warriors just to slow the Broncos down, and it doesn't seem to be much more than that. Hasn't garnered many of the turnovers that they might be looking for or hoping to get. Caney, top of the key. Leaves it for Larson. Larson, and a timeout by Coach Amos McKenzie. He is going to take a full timeout. I'm going to say it this way. Amos looks agitated. He does not look happy about the results here. Down 11-4 early in this basketball game. And I suspect he doesn't like what he's seeing on the offensive end of the floor. Well, frankly, I don't know if maybe he's too happy with what's happening on the defensive end of the floor either, as they've given up 11 points so far in this basketball game. But there's some things to be worked on, and can I say they look a little sluggish to me. They just look like their heart's not in it right now, and sometimes a timeout can help that to happen and get things pointed back in the right direction. Bronco girls basketball team is down at Mesabi East. You want to talk about difficult tasks? We talked about what the Broncos had on Tuesday night against Virginia. Same thing for the Bronco girls tonight. If I remember right, Mesabi East is 13-2 on the season, and I would rank them as probably the second best team in Section 7-2A behind Proctor. So the Broncos have their hands full there tonight. The Bronco wrestlers are down in Walker tonight in a quadrangular down there, and they're going to be at the Skip Nayland this weekend. So Bronco boys swimming and diving team was supposed to be at Virginia tomorrow. That got canceled, and so no Bronco sports tomorrow. A Friday in January with no Bronco sports, so we don't get those very often. So that means we'll have to do something else tomorrow night. Katie off the dribble, getting bumped there, ball tipped away, steal. 2-on-2, the Warriors come back. Now 3-on-2 as they give it off to Cole, and he lays it in. Great transition basketball there by the Warriors as they lead it 13-4. Quickly back the other way is Larson. He's going to go to the rack and blocked by Lasnica. Warriors in transition. Cole comes near side. Off the dribble. This is Grover. Leaves it outside for Fox. Nearly traveled. Leaves it for Lasnica. In the lane. Puts it on the floor. Puts it up. Off the glass. Got it. Lasnica's got 6, and it's a 15-4 lead. Already a double-digit lead, and we're not 4 minutes into this basketball game. Tomzak dribbles against Fox. Tomzak in the corner to Ryan. Dribbles baseline. Tried to leave it for Tomzak. Tipped away by the Warriors. Substitution. Newt Borger coming in. Going to replace Brian Keating. Larson from the far sideline gets it to Ryan. Ryan looks to possibly take him out the dribble. No, leaves it for Tomzak. Tomzak fakes like he's going to go to the bucket. Now leaves it for Larson at the elbow. Spins into the lane, puts the shot up. He's going to be fouled there by Cole. His first, team second. And heading to the free throw line will be Riley Larson for a pair. Broncos 0 for 2 at the free throw line so far in this game. First free throw by Larson, the lefty, no good. For substitution coming in for the Warriors, Jace Thompson comes in to replace Jeremy Cole. Broncos 0 for 3 from the free throw line right now. That's not a good start there either. There's the one we were looking for. Break the seal on the free throws, 15-5. The Broncos trail it here. Broncos are going to come with a little 1-3-1 pressure. Near side Fox. Dribbles to the baseline. Goes underneath the basket, leaves it outside. Back to Lasnica on the near side. He dribbles baseline. Going to go up and under. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound Larson. Back the other way down the far sideline. In the corner to Tomzak. Tomzak pull up from 15. Left it a little bit short. Helene the rebound. Goes up against Fox. Gets it to go. Helene's first points of the basketball game. The Broncos get it into single digits here with 13:05 remaining. Near side Fox for the Warriors. Looks like to get a screen from Thompson, but he decides to go back outside where he leaves it for Spence. Back to Fox on the near wing. Top of the key to Lasnica. Far side, this is Spence. Go inside to Thompson, stolen away by Larson. Tried to pass it up to Cullen Ryan, and Ryan wasn't paying attention. Had it momentarily. Fox takes it away. Helene tips it away. Ball being bounced all over the place, and we're going to get a foul here on the Broncos, as that was, well, a comedy of errors a little bit there, I guess. 2 free throws coming up here for Cole Spence, looking for his first points of the game. The foul is on Larson, his first, team second. First free throw on the way. Rattles around and falls. Good shooter's touch there. 16-7 the lead. Spence looks for the second of 2. Left that one a little bit short. The rebound to Borger. Borger heads up the far sideline looking for Helene. Cutting to the hoop is Tomzak. Gets cut off. Back out to Helene. Top of the key, Ryan. Ryan looks to take it off the dribble. Gets cut off there by Lasnica. Outside to Borger. Ryan back to Borger. Borger steps out near the timeline. Warriors been in man-to-man the entire game here, although Tomzak is wide open over there and can't get the pass to him as Spence comes up with the steal. Leaves it for Thompson, who gets it off to Grover. Grover across the timeline. Far side. In the corner to Fox. Ooh, thought about the corner 3, but said, no, we can get a better shot than that. And coming up with the tip away there is going to be Larson, but couldn't keep the steal. So the 9-point lead here for the Warriors. 6 minutes and 3 seconds into this basketball game. Spence will bring it in from the near sideline to Fox, to Grover. Grover. Broncos stay, maybe it's zone here. No, they're in man-to-man. Inside to Thompson, goes right past Larson, and he lays it in for the easy bucket, and it's an 11-point lead. Ryan. To Borger, to the near side to Helene. Helene. Off the dribble, gets a cutoff by Fox, but he gets called for the block, and a foul there. Third here on the Warriors. Koenig back in the ball game for the Broncos, and back in for the Warriors is going to be Cole. Gophers down 2 points with a minute to go at Ohio State as Ryan throws up the short jumper, won't go. Fox the rebound. Warriors. Mild transition, don't see anything happening there. Three-pointer on the way by Grover. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And it is a 14-point lead, 21-7 here for the Warriors with 11:10 remaining. Helene crosses over, comes into the lane. Tried to leave it off for Borger. That was tipped off the leg of a Warrior player, so stay with the Falls. Forsyth comes in off the bench, replacing Ryan. Koenig. Outside to Forsyth. Back to Koenig. Koenig backs up towards the timeline, directs a little traffic, comes to Borger on the near wing. Helene, top of the key, three-pointer on the way. A little bit strong. Rebound into the hands of Cole. Here come the Warriors in transition. Look to Spence. Spence drives to the basket. 2 guys wide open on the backside. Grover has it. He lays it in. And it's 23-7. Katie into the front court. Crosses over, goes back the other way to Tomzak. Gets a screen from Forsyth. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for the sophomore. And quickly back the other way. There's Cole laying it in for the Warriors. So hardly had time to look down and look back up. And the Warriors have it in the back of the bucket there. Katie, guarded by Grover. Tomzak, another three-pointer on the way. Left this one a little bit short. Fox the rebound. Quickly back the other way. Fox going to take it the distance, lays it up. And they're going to say no, foul before he shot the ball out towards the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Borger, I believe. No, Tomzak, excuse me. His first. Team foul number 3. A couple players back in for the Warriors here. Kyle Thompson is one of them. So Jace Thompson and Kyle Thompson, 22 and 24. Make me work at this. This is Kyle. Go inside to Lasnica. Puts the short jumper up over Kading. That's a mismatch, and they found it. 27-10, the Warriors lead it here. 9:45 remaining. Kading Gets himself up in the air, loses the handle, gets it back. Tomczak dribbles baseline, goes up with it, and gets the and one. As the foul will be on Kyle Thompson, his first, team fourth. So good dribble penetration there by Jet Tomczak, and he'll look for the traditional three-point play after getting the three-pointer to go a couple of possessions ago. And he gets the free throw to go, so 27-13 here, the Broncos trail it. Tomczak will put a little pressure on at the half-court line. Kyle Thompson, near side to to Cole. To Spence. Back to Cole on the near side. Cole avoids the trap. Lasnica dribbles from the top of the key, pulls up from a dozen. A little bit strong, rebound to Borger, puts it on the floor. Slows down as he feels a little pressure, gets it off to Koenig. Koenig, near wing. Everybody gets their spacing as they reset the offense. Borger gets a screen from Forsyth. In the corner to Helene. Helene goes baseline. Puts it up, gets it off the glass, and good. Helene's got 4. Broncos down a dozen here at 27-15. Cole, dispensed, comes into the front court. Avoids getting trapped in the Bermuda Triangle up there and does a good job of avoiding that. Not a lot of players do that, and he did a very good job. Inside to Lasnica. Again, the mismatch against Koenig. That just cannot happen. That every time. Lasnica's got 10 already in this ball game, and it's back to a 14-point lead. That is a horrible mismatch for the Broncos, and it's happened a couple possessions here in the last 3. Borger to Koenig. Koenig tries to go inside to Helene. Lost the handle on it, but regains it along the baseline. Tomczak, three-pointer on the way, rattles it home. He's got a pair of three-pointers. He's got 9 points now, and it's 11-point deficit here for the Broncos. Walking the ball up the far side of the floor is Cole. Dispense near side to Lasnica. Down low to Kyle Thompson. He dribbles in from the corner, reverse layup, can't get it to go. Forsyth comes up with the loose ball on the rebound, and here comes Koenig quickly up the center of the floor. Thought about the corner, then backs up and resets it. Far side for Tomczak. In the corner to Borger. Borger lost the handle on it. It's a turnover here on the Broncos. Subs coming in. Fox and Grover back in for the Warriors. Larson and Ryan back in for the Broncos. Broncos have trailed throughout this game. Never had a lead here. As the Warriors scored on the first possession of the ball game and have led ever since. Spence comes into the front court. Leaves it for Grover. Grover loses his dribble. Tipped away by Tomczak. Tomczak going to take it and lay it in very easily. He's got 11, and the Broncos have it back to single digits at 29-20. Grover leaves it for Spence on the far side. To Fox at the 10-foot volleyball line. Grover off the dribble. Little shake and bake there. Tried to leave it inside. A kick by Tomczak as Fox had found himself wide open again down near the basket. He's had a couple of easy lay-ins down low. Cole Anderson going to make his first appearance in this ball game for the Falls. Forsyth comes out. Cole gets it into Fox in the corner to Grover. They're looking to get Cole back to the three-pointer. They go inside to Fox. Puts it up off the glass high. Not an easy shot there by the sophomore, and he made it look easy. A 31-20 lead for the Warriors. Ryan, near wing, gets a screen from Larson. Dribbles to the top of the key. Loses his dribble. Leaves it off to a cutting Koenig. Anderson back to Ryan. Leaves it outside. Tomczak, long three-pointer on the way. That's an air ball. Rebound by Cole Anderson, and he lays it in. So comes off the bench, gets a rebound and a bucket. And the Broncos again get it back to single digits. Quickly up is Cole for the Warriors. To Fox, top of the key. Outside to Spence. Go to Grover. Grover outside to Lasnica. One dribble, leaves it for Cole. Cole looking to get back past Ryan. He does, lays it up off the glass. He's got 6, back to a double-digit lead here at 33-22. Koenig to the timeline. Tomczak, timeout by Coach Amos McKenzie. He wants a 30-second timeout, so he'll use his second timeout of the game here so far. Let's see if we get an update here. No way. The Gophers with 7 seconds left are up 62-59. Could they get a road win? You don't win on the road in the Big Ten. Whew. And Marcus Carr made the three-pointer after it was tied, so we must be in a timeout. It says here on ESPN that the win percentage for the Gophers is 92.5%. Why we need to know that, I don't know, but it is there. They're just in case you were worried about something like that. But we'll see what happens. Oh, they turned it over with 4 seconds left, Ohio State did. So the Gophers are in possession. Looks like they're going to win on the road. Big news, big win for the Gophers to beat Ohio State twice. Possibly. Don't want to jinx it, do I? Don't put the eggs in the basket before. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's get back to where we're at here. Larson to bring it in from the far sideline. All those cheerleaders disappeared. Where did they all go? They must be getting ready for the halftime show. It's getting close. Tomzak, top of the key. Comes near side to Larson. Larson, they let him have the baseline. They wanted to trap him in there. Inside Koenig leaves it off for Anderson. Tried to lay in the over the front of the rim. That's a tough shot. Couldn't get it to go, and the Warriors back the other way. Spence to Grover. Koenig goes for the steal. Spence drives in, leaves it for Fox. Out of the short corner, and they get him Larson for the trip, and Larson doesn't like the call. I'm not so sure that I like the call because I thought maybe Fox tripped over his own feet, but nonetheless, Larson's going to pick up his second foul, team foul number 5. Ryan out of the lineup for the Broncos. Warriors bring it in, lob it right inside to Lasnica. He goes around a couple of Bronco players, leaves it for Fox in the short corner. That's a little too strong, the shot from there, and they say stay with the Warriors. Jay Saline did not like that call. Warriors bring it into Grover. Grover dribbles back. Gonna get a little pick and roll here with Lasnica. Broncos play it pretty well to Fox in the corner to Cole. Cole dribbles back out towards the timeline, resets it. Wants to take Koenig off the dribble. Gets past him up off the glass. That's just, hey, I can take you off the dribble. That's all he was saying there, and he did exactly that. 35-22, back the other way come the Broncos, and fouled is going to be Riley Larson. He'll head to the free throw line for a second time in this game. So I'm watching this thing on ESPN, Robert, just so you know. The Gophers got a timeout. Oh, it went final. Oh, they set a defensive rebound for Ohio State. I'm like, why are we shooting? Maybe we missed a free throw. Gophers win 62-59. Nice. First free throw good by Larson. That's big news. I honestly didn't think it could happen. I just didn't feel like they could go on the road and get that win, but they did. So the two free throws made by Larson makes it an 11-point deficit. Fox to Grover. Grover into the paint, or the non-paint, I guess, in this case, and gets it to go. 37-24 here with just under 5 minutes remaining. Koenig near side for Larson. Larson, they give him the baseline again so they can trap him with Lasnica. Gives it off to Anderson. Anderson dribbles in the corner to Koenig, who goes baseline. Lots of white jerseys there. Throws it to Anderson. To Helene. 17-foot jumper on the way. Won't go. Battle for the rebound. And Fox somehow gets that back into Lasnica, and the Warriors take over with a chance to extend this 13-point lead. Quickly in the corner to Fox. Three-pointer on the way. Got it. The big fella can shoot as well. And it's a 16-point lead for the Warriors with 4:15 remaining. Helene. Broncos had just had it down to 9 a couple of times, and it's quickly up to 16. Turnover on the Broncos. Go up to Spence. Spence goes to the rack. Fouled and won. Wow. So I'm going to look back here now. The Broncos cut it to 9 at 31-22 with 6:40 remaining. So 2 minutes and 41 seconds later, the Broncos could find themselves down 19 if Spence makes this free throw. And he does not, so it's an 18-point lead here. He's 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Colin Ryan, far sideline, off the dribble. Tomzak, near wing. Lasnica wise to the three-point shot, so they won't let him have that look. Ryan, top of the key, near side. Off the dribble. Helene loses it outside to Ryan. Ryan dribbles in, and they're going to call the block, and they're going to count the bucket. Okay. Wasn't sure if they were going to count that bucket. Ryan gets his first points of the basketball game. So it's going to be on, the foul is going to be on 12 here. That's Spence. His first, team foul number 6.
Fouls on number 12, Spence. His first, team 6.
Free throw is good.
Correction, that foul is on number 3, Grover.
So come back the other way, the Warriors. Grover comes near side to Cole. Inside, wide open is Spence. He'll lay that in. That's easy. That's about the third bucket that the Warriors have found themselves behind the defense of the Broncos for an easy lay-in. 44-27 the margin. Larson dribbles baseline, spins back towards the middle. And they're going to say a blocking foul, and that's going to be a 1-and-1 as this is the 7th team foul on the Warriors.
Fouls on the Warriors, number 10, Cole. His second, team 7.
So Riley will head to the free throw line here. 3 for 4. He is at the free throw line so far. 1-and-1 here. That's the second foul, on Jeremy Cole. First free throw, rattle around, won't go down. Fox the rebound. Warriors coming back the other way. Grover comes towards the near sideline. Fox lobs it inside to Lasnica, right outside to Cole. Three-pointer on the way. And that will be a jump ball, folks. You don't get to see that every day.
Bronco basket.
Quick update from Aurora. Bronco girls down 10-7 with 13:45 remaining in the first half. That is a late start. Holy smokes, that's 7:43. Maybe the JV game went like 4 overtimes, and you and Nora will be all over that, Darce. Here come the Broncos, trailing by 17. Koenig into the paint. Helene dribbles along the baseline. Somehow finds a crease in there to put that up. He's got 6, and the Broncos trail 29-44 with 2.5 left in the first half. Be something here for the Broncos to get it into single digits. Spence, nice dribble, blows past Borger, lays it in, and it's back to a 17-point lead. Helene dribbles baseline. Outside. Ryan thought about the three-pointer, and he double started, and he looks back, and somehow I have a feeling that could come up tomorrow morning in first hour. I'm not sure, but that we talked a lot about the Euro step and traveling and what's not traveling. We even did some demonstrations in math class because that's where you should do those things, of course. Off the dribble, Jace Thompson up against Ryan. Warriors do a good job of finding the right spot on the backboard to put those shots up, and it's a 19-point lead with under 2 remaining. Three-pointer on the way by Ryan. Tipped away after the miss, and the Warriors will not have to save that as Koenig throws that out and away. Warriors have a chance to get this to a 20-plus lead here on this possession as they lead by 19. Cole to Jace Thompson. To Grover. To Fox along the baseline. Blows past Helene, lays it up off the glass. Ooh, doesn't get it, but he'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The sophomore, number 4 here, he's got a dozen points already in this basketball game. Helene's first foul, team foul number 6 on the Broncos. First free throw is good by Fox. That gets it to a 20-point lead. I think I probably should stop saying about the Broncos getting in this. Every time I say something like that, the Warriors go on a run. So just stop doing those things. Fox second free throw also good. I like this kid. Can I say that out loud? Nice basketball player. I can see him being a great football. I want him as my pulling guard on the football team. Okay? Katie off the dribble. Gets cut off by Fox. To Helene along the far baseline. To Forsyth outside the 3-point line. Larson off the dribble. Gets cut off by Cole. Now Ryan near wing. Left-handed dribble gets forced outside by Grover. Under a minute remaining in the first. Ryan crosses over. Larson. Boy, they've got something in the game plan there. They want to let him drive baseline. They're not going to let him go. He's left-handed. They're not going to let him go left-handed. There's a steal by Grover. Free and clear behind the defense, lays it in easy. Koenig comes across the timeline, leaves it for Larson on the far wing. Pressure there by Cole, gets a little bump, and that'll be the third foul on Jeremy Cole, and he's going to have to come out of this ball game as Kyle Thompson will come in, and Larson will head to the free throw line. 3 for 5. Larson at the free throw line in this game. 18 fouls, so just a 1-and-1 situation here for the Falls. Free throw's good. Makes the first, so he gets the second. Rattles the second one around, won't go down. Fox another rebound here. Warriors probably will take the last shot here, I would think. Of course, this is the new age. They maybe don't look at that. Fox says, heck no, I'm going to the hoop and one. Foul is on Ryan, his second, team foul number 7. The sophomore will head back to the free throw line. Rattles the free throw home. 55-30. It's a 25-point lead for the Warriors at just before the half. Ryan steps back, dribbles to the left side. Leaves it for Koenig with 7. Off the dribble. Tied up there. So no place to go. 2-1. The Broncos aren't even going to get a shot off on the last possession. We are at half. The score, Warroad 55, International Falls 30. We'll take a break here. We'll get the stats done. We'll get the scores updated from hockey and basketball and everywhere else. You're watching Bronco Boys basketball right here on Midco Channel 7 and online at kcc-tv.org. And it even says Bronco basketball.
Goes to Jax. Donnell. Jax, come on over and get your $24. For your halftime entertainment for Winter Sports Week, we have our cheerleaders will be performing. Let's give them a round of applause.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the halftime entertainment as the Bronco cheerleaders out there doing their thing. I didn't really get to watch because I was tweeting and doing stats and finding out that Virginia Evelyn Gilbert is going to announce their school name tonight and what their mascot is going to be. Now, the rumor a few months ago was that they were going to be called Vegas, Virginia Evelyn Gilbert Area Schools. Now, that would be cool, and their colors we know are going to be green, black, and gray. So take the blues and the golds, throw those out. They're going to go green, gray, and black, and I can't wait. Why green? There's a good question. Yellow and blue make that could be it. That could be it. Let's talk about the stats here. 55-30, the lead for the Warroad Warriors. Hey, if you're watching in Warroad tonight, don't tell number 4 that I want to steal him and put him in a Bronco uniform for football next year. I want to see that guy. That's a pulling guard right there. Maybe a pulling tackle. I sure hope the heck that kid plays football. He's a heck of a ball player. Okay, enough said. Here we go. Halftime stats. Let's start with the Warriors. They are led by Dylan Fox, number 4, the redhead, down on the baseline there. 17 points. He's got a 3-pointer in the ball game. 10 points for Virgil Lasnica, 9 for Evan Grover, 8 for Jeremy Cole, 7 for Cole Spence, 4 points for Jace Thompson. So very balanced scoring overall for the Warriors, and obviously with 55 points, there's been a lot of points to go around. For the Broncos, they are led by Jet Tomczak off the bench. He's got 11, a couple of threes. 6 points each for Riley Larson and Jace Helene. 3 points for Cullen Ryan, 2 points each for Jesse Forsyth and Cole Anderson. The Broncos, 6 for 11 from the free throw line. Not great, not horrible. 2 threes, both of them made by Jet Tomczak. For the Warriors, they made 2 threes, one by Evan Grover, the other by Dylan Fox. They were fairly decent, 5 for 7. That's a little bit better than 70% from the free throw line. So that's where we sit at halftime. Update on the girls basketball game. The score with just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half, Mesabi East 29, International Falls 21. So the Broncos hanging in there against one of the best teams in Section 7 2A. No update from the Bronco hockey game, but the hockey cheerleaders who were just got done dancing will be heading over, and my daughter, who God bless her soul, the cheerleader advisor, she'll be sending me an update. Sees how my wife is ignoring me. And everybody can tell her I said it right on TV. She's ignoring me. Typical. She's had enough of me at times. And anyway, as we come back here for the second half, the Broncos, well, they've dug themselves a pretty big hole here. And I think the big thing is maybe unrealistic to think that you can win this basketball game. But how about let's win the second half? Let's find something and get things going here in the right direction. This Bronco team hosts Crosby Ironton on Saturday afternoon at 2:30 to 3 o'clock, wherever it all ends up. C game at noon, JV game to follow, varsity game to follow that. The Broncos are going to have their hands full with the Crosby Ironton Rangers also on Saturday, so getting some good feelings about the basketball game going forward. Very important here is the Warriors will have possession to start this second half. Spence, Broncos look like they're going to go back to the man-to-man. They played some zone towards the end, and some good, some bad. Lasnica, the alley-oop won't go. That's an out-of-bounds play that they talked about at halftime, and the steal by Cole. Cole looks inside, tipped away by Riley Larson, picked up by Lasnica. Grover outside to Spence as the Warriors will reset their half-court offense. Spence pick and roll with Lasnica. Broncos, again, played it fairly well. Cole to Lasnica to Spence. Spence wide open on the pick and roll this time and going up for the dunk, and Larson's going to get called for his third foul of this basketball game. First of the half, and Lasnica was thinking flush, and Riley Larson says, not on my watch. And I was looking at the referee and the head coach from the Warriors. They looked like maybe there was going to be a talk, but no, everything's good. And so Lasnica heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one is a little strong. 10 points for Lasnica in the first half, all on 2-point buckets. Second free throw, also strong, and Ryan the rebound for the Broncos. Koenig quickly up the far side, crosses into the center of the floor. Warriors also come back out in their man-to-man here. I've got to take back on what I said about the way Cole was playing Larson, because he's not playing him left hand. He wants him to go baseline and see him go that way. Koenig dribbles to the elbow, stops there, leaves it for Helene. Helene off the bounce, in traffic, and they'll call the foul here on Dylan Fox, his second. Team first here in the second half. Warrior coach looking at Dylan Fox saying, was it a foul? Dylan says, yeah, I got him. Fair enough. No qualms there. Free throw here from Helene. Won't go down. Ooh. 0 for 3 from the free throw line is Jason in this basketball game. Joe, you got that homework done yet? No, he says, no. Don't tell his teacher, everybody, please. Keep that on the download. Free throw missed by Helene. Now 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Warriors come back the other way. Nobody scored here in the first minute and 10 seconds of the second half. Spence off the bounce. Cut off. There's the pick and roll. My man, Dylan Fox. And it's a 57-30 lead. Helene goes in, gets the foul here, and I believe this is going to be Cole's fourth. We'll see if the official agrees with me, and it is his fourth. Probably going to have to come out of this basketball game. Hey, my wife stopped ignoring me. Broncos up 1-0. So that's always a good thing. She's recognizing me. She's not holding me hostage. Helene back to the free throw line. I think, and this is going off memory, I think he was 4 for 10 from the free throw line against Virginia on Tuesday night. So maybe right now in Jace's head a little bit as Ryan's going to come out. Tomzak in. Tomzak a little instant offense as he came off the bench. Leading scorer for the Falls right now with 11 points. Helene looking to get back-to-back free throws, and that one was good, although he may have stepped on the line and maybe got away with that violation. Warriors in no rush to bring the ball across the timeline. Now Spence turns on the Jets, takes it to the rack, gets the bump on Riley Larson. That's going to be his fourth, and I would say his first half, or excuse me, his second half is going to be watched a lot from the bench. Coaching staff is talking with Cullen Ryan over there. They may not realize that they did realize it. Okay. Spence, shoot a pair. First free throw, a little strong. I think that's the third time I've said that for the Warriors here. Bronco girls down 33-23 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Borger in, replacing Larson. Jace Thompson came in for Cole a few seconds ago. Warrior fans looking for a little mojo with the fingers up in the air, and they get it. Break that hex. 32 points here for the Broncos, 58 for the Warriors. As we approach 16 remaining in the game, Koenig double team. Tries to get himself out of it, and a little hand check there from Grover, and he knew that he did it. Claps the hand saying, we had him if I wouldn't have checked him. Broncos will bring it out along the near sideline, near half court. It is Grover's first foul, team foul number 3 on the Warriors here. Not 2 minutes into this second half. Into the backcourt it goes for Helene. Helene guarded by Spence. To Borger, far wing. Looks, comes near side to Tomzak. Thought that thing was going up. Forsyth, far wing. In the corner to Borger. Borger crosses over, tries to come cross court, somehow gets it to Tomzak. Three-pointer on the way, well short. Thompson the rebound. That's Jace, and here come the Warriors in transition. Lasnica tried to go inside to Fox, tipped away by the Broncos. Steal completed by Tomzak. Transition basketball here for Helene. Up and under, somehow got that wild layup to go. And the Broncos trailed by 58-34. Wide open, Jace Thompson. How the heck did that happen while I was writing the score down? That's an easy bucket, and the fans in front of us, mostly parents, not happy with the Broncos, and nor should they be. Tomzak to Koenig. Forsyth in the corner to Borger. Borger, three-pointer on the way. Nope. Tomzak the rebound. One dribble, puts it up against Fox. Won't go. Rebound tapped around. I think it'll stay with the Falls, and it will. Koenig to bring it in from the far baseline. In the corner, Helene wide open. He'll put that three up, a little bit heavy. The rebound to Forsyth, puts it up in traffic, gets it to go. Forsyth's got 4. Broncos trail at 60-36 as we go under 15 remaining. Down inside to Jace Thompson. A little heavy with that shot. Helene the off-balance rebound, and he'll dribble it quickly into the front court. Slows it down there. Comes to Borger. Wild layup won't go. Rebound in the hands of Grover. In transition, somehow 2 Broncos fall down at exactly the same time. That allows Spence to be wide open. 62-36 the lead here. Koenig, far side for Borger. Borger, near side to Tomzak. Koenig off the dribble. Somehow got that up and gets it to go. Koenig's first points of the ball game. Fox looking to take it off the dribble. Gets to the elbow, probably traveled, but got away with it. Spence dribbles, leaves it for Lasnica. Near side for Fox. Forsyth goes for the steal. Fox tries to take advantage, drives and lays it in. 21 points. And it's a 26-point lead here for the Warriors. Helene goes inside, puts it up, won't go. Thompson the rebound. Warriors looking to come back the other way. Grover. Lasnica. Top of the key. Fox cutting down the lane. Got away with the travel there. Can't get it to go. And Borger, fans in front of me, having a conniption about the refereeing. Here comes Tomzak back the other way. His first points of the second half, and it's 64-40. Just over 13 remaining. Bronco girls trail at 36-24 at the half at Mesabi East. Lasnica inside, blocked from behind by Tomzak. Borger the rebound. He dribbles up the far side. Goes to Tomzak. Tomzak thought about the 3, now off the dribble, crosses over. Gets into the lane, puts a shot up against a very standing still Fox, and the Warriors come back the other way. Lasnica, inside he goes, up and off the glass. Easy bucket there for Lasnica. 26-point lead here for the Warriors. Forsyth, far wing to Borger. Tomzak, a long 3, off the mark. Rebound Grover for the Warriors. Heads up the center of the floor. In transition, Fox. Lobbed inside. That's tipped away by Forsyth, and they'll say tipped out by Lasnica. Here comes Kyle Thompson in for the Warriors. Cole Anderson and Cullen Ryan in for the Broncos. Lasnica heads to the bench for the Warriors. Forsyth and Koenig head to the bench for the Broncos. Warriors are going to come with a little pressure here. Now they'll back out of it. Tomzak approaches the timeline, leaves it off for Borger. Borger backs up, gets it to Anderson at the elbow, goes against Fox, has it tipped away, gets it back to Tomzak. Skip pass to Ryan on the near side, off the dribble. Pulls up with the tough jumper, won't go. Grover has the rebound and leaves it back here for Spence. Other side to Fox. Fox goes underneath the hoop. Outside to Thompson, inside to Grover, who leaves it for Jace Thompson. That shot is short and tipped out of bounds by Dylan Fox. Hey, did I say that the Gophers won tonight, the men? Did I say 62-59, the Gopher men win after the Gopher women laid an egg last night against Wisconsin. Ick. It was not good. Jeremy Cole back into the ball game for the Warriors with those 4 fouls with just under 12 minutes remaining. Broncos in transition. Helene near side. Dribbles into the paint, puts it up, gets the roll. He's got a dozen points in the ball game now as the Broncos trail by 24. Grover, Fox, top of the key. Inside, Jace Thompson puts it up in traffic, gets it to go. He's got 8 in the ball game. Borger, far side for Helene, in the corner to Ryan. Ryan leaves it for Helene. Looks like a little bit of a 2-3 here. I'm going to have to make sure, let the ball rotate around here a little bit. Yeah, they're playing 2-3 here, the Warriors, and the 3 short by Cullen Ryan. I remember in the good old days when I was coaching junior high basketball, that was a no-no in Warroad. You didn't play zone. You played man-to-man. Blocked by Ryan. Rebound tipped away. Tomzak in transition. Going to go right at the big fella. Floater. No. Rebound. 3 pairs of hands on that. We'll get a jump ball, and it'll stay with the Broncos. Koenig in for Ryan. Spence and Lasnica back in for the Warriors. Fox and Grover head to the bench for the Warriors. Koenig to bring it in from the far baseline. Outside to Helene. Helene dribbles in, spins. Outside to Koenig. Koenig thinks about the three, then leaves it back outside to Helene after a partial drive. Cole Anderson, long jumper off the glass, gets it to go. 68-44, the Broncos trail it here with just under 10 and a half remaining. Far side Spence. Lasnica top of the key. Lasnica, one dribble, leaves it for Cole. Cole takes it to the rack, too strong off the glass. Koenig the rebound to Helene. Helene in transition. Doesn't see the number, so pulls up. And a full timeout here by head coach Amos McKenzie. That'll give me an opportunity to update the Facebook page and other things. All right, back at it. Helene, the three-pointer, nothing but the bottom of the net as we get Twitter updated out there so everybody who's not watching us can get up to date on what's going on. And 68-47, Broncos down by 21 after the three-pointer by Helene. Lasnica dribbles, leaves it for Cole at the top of the key to Spence on the far side. Chase Thompson near side to Kyle Thompson. He dribbles to the elbow to Lasnica. Off the dribble, Cole. Cole leaves it for Lasnica on the pick and roll, and they make that look very simple. 70-47 here with just over 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Give you a hockey update here at the next whistle. Borger outside. Tomzak the three. Left that one a little bit short. Rebound battled around, and Thompson was standing out of bounds and touched the basketball, so it'll go over to the Broncos. 39.4 seconds remaining in the first period. Keenan Gonzalez scores for the Broncos with the assist to Jackson Jermaine and Jordan Smith as they lead 2-0 after a period at Bronco Arena over North Shore. Three-pointer on the way by Helene. He rattles that one home. He had 6 at the half. He's got a dozen here in the second half of the Broncos trail 70-50 as we go past the halfway mark of this second half. Far side Cole. To the block to Lasnica. Spins, puts it up. Makes that look simple. And it is. Koenig back the other way. When you're that size, it makes it look that simple. Somebody my height, that would not be that simple against that kind of height. So, Borger, long three on the way, too strong. Koenig runs down the rebound, goes inside, tried to go back to Borger. That was too strong. And the turnover. Cole back the other way. Lasnica was thinking dunk, couldn't come up with the ball. At least that's what I think he was thinking. Thompson to Thompson. Kyle on the wing, gets a screen from Jace. Cole, top of the key as we approach 8 minutes remaining here, the 22-point lead. Cole leaves it for Jace Thompson. To Kyle Thompson on the far wing. Dribbles baseline. Underneath the basket, outside to Spence. Spence thought about the three, got Koenig to rush at him, and then drives and lays it in for a nice, easy bucket for the Warriors as they lead by 24. Borger in the corner to Thompson, or to Tomzak, excuse me. Koenig leaves it for Helene. Helene dribbles to the elbow. Back out to Tomzak. Around the horn to Koenig. Tomzak cuts to the short corner. Tough angle, goes back outside to Koenig, who splits a couple of white jerseys, and he'll pick up the tripping foul. So just the 4th team foul here on the Warriors. Grover, Fox, and Larson, 3, 4, and 5 come back into the ball game for the teams respectively, Warroad and International Falls. Second foul here on Kyle Thompson. Koenig gets it outside to Helene. Helene, the three-pointer on the way. That's well short. Koenig gets the rebound, and there's going to be a jump ball as Spence got a hand in there, and it will go over to the Warriors. Warriors, again, in no rush to bring it up the floor. Grover to Fox. Cole dribbles towards the top of the key, leaves it for Spence on the far side. Inside to Fox, nice dribble. Grover cuts into the lane wide open. Grover gets his first points of the second half and is back to a 26-point lead for the Warriors as we go under 7 remaining. Borger drives, leaves it off for Larson. Larson out to Koenig. Koenig dribbles against Lasnica. How are these two getting matched up against each other? The Warriors are switching. Somehow that pass from Helene gets to Koenig, and he is going to be fouled. Falls on Grover. His second, team 5th. So the Broncos just 2 away from getting into the penalty. Helene thought about the 3. Fox hurried him. Koenig drives baseline, goes right at Fox. No good. Lasnica the rebound. And the Warriors come back the other way, leading by 26. Fox, short corner, out to Lasnica. Thought about the 3. I thought he was going to pull the trigger. Why not up 26 points? Grover, far wing. Lasnica being fronted there by Larson. Lasnica took his eyes off, and Larson comes up with the steal. Brings it up the center of the floor, leaves it to Tomzak. Tomzak outside to Helene. Helene, Koenig. Thought about the 3, but not against Lasnica. Tomzak will take the 3. He rattles it home for his 3rd one of the game. He's got 16 now in the game as the Broncos trail by 23 with less than 6 remaining in the ball game. Cole, Fox, top of the key. Spence. Larson trying to decide play behind Lasnica or play in front of him. Fox finds a way to get a backdoor cut off of Borger, and he lays it in. He's got 23 in the ball game as the Warriors up by 25. Helene to the elbow to Koenig. Koenig steps back out after he looked like he was going to penetrate to the bucket. Borger backs it up, leaves it for Helene. Helene to crossover into the lane, pulls up, and they'll call 2 shots here as Helene will head to the free throw line. 2 for 6 from the line here so far in the game. Dylan Fox picks up the foul, his 3rd, team foul number 6, so the Broncos will shoot free throws the rest of the ball game. First free throw is good by Helene, so after missing the first 4, he's got 3 in a row as Forsyth comes in for Borger. Second free throw from Helene, left a little bit short. Long rebound. Cole's going to get that picked up. Broncos thought they were going to pick that one up easy, and just good hustle by Cole. Dribbles all the way into the paint, leaves it outside for Spence. In the corner to Fox. He's going to dribble in the paint, leaves it outside. Lasnica has a foot on the line. That won't go. Rebound into the hands of Jace Helene. Up to Larson. Those cousins worked so well on the football field. That pass didn't work out so well as Larson couldn't come up that one with that one that was behind him a little bit. Cole comes near side for Fox. Fox to Grover. Just over 4.5 remaining now. Cole tries to go inside. Forsyth knocks that away. He'll get the return pass from Larson for an easy layup. 78-55, the Broncos trail it here. Near side to Spence. Spence to Fox, top of the key. Now inside to Lasnica. Lasnica fakes, gets Larson up off of his feet, makes it look nice and easy from that range. He's got 18 of the 80 here for the Warriors as they lead it by 25 as we go under 4 remaining. Larson into the paint. Somehow got that to go. Riley's first points of the half. And it's 57. Well, it says 58 on the scoreboard today. Doesn't seem right. Here come the subs for the Warriors. The winning teams always should say by putting their substitute in first. That's how I feel about it. Inside they go for Fox. Somehow comes up with that loose ball. Uses his body to clear some space. Comes up with the easy bucket, 82-57 I think it should be, but got to think about this. That one free throw, I think I did miss it by Helene. I didn't write it down. Helene goes in there, and they are going to call the foul from the referee on the near side. 2 fouls, 2 shots coming here for Helene. So 82-58. Helene 3 for 8 from the free throw line. Makes both of these, gets to 50% on the day. First one rattles home. Here come the subs. Number 13, Joseph Dignan. Number 23, Kelvin Kemeny. The Thompson boys are back in, and also number 1, Kyle Kavarnlov, excuse me. Helene, second of 2. Gets that to also roll in there, so the Broncos trail 82-60 here with 3:20 left. Kavarnlov comes across the timeline. Near side for Kyle Thompson. Looks to get a screen from Jace. Leaves it off there for Dignan. Dignan, far wing. This JV team for the Warriors beat the Broncos 60-35 earlier. Some of these players on that team. Forsyth with the steal. Makes Thompson run by and lays it in. Nice job by Jesse Forsyth with the steal and the bucket. Under 3 remaining. Kyle Thompson off the dribble, leaves it for Dignan. His short jumper rattles her home. His first points of the basketball game. Quickly up to Tomzak, off of his hands, tried to save by the Warriors, right into the hands of Tomzak. He tries to go to Larson, and that's tipped away by Warroad. Quickly up, and here come the Warriors. Kavarnlov into the lane. Wow, that tough floater goes. 86-62 with 2:20 left. Tomzak, far corner. Back to Koenig. Koenig. Helene thought about the 3. Back to Koenig. Dribbles in, loses the handle on it. Larson will run down the loose ball. Dribbles baseline, crosses over, and gets it to go. That puts Riley into double figures in the basketball game with under 2 minutes remaining. Near side, Kyle Thompson. Dribbles. Wide open Dignan on the backdoor cut. He gets the easy lay-in. Couple of buckets for him off the bench. Tomzak dribbles in, a high off the glass, gets that to go. He has got 18 in the ball game for the Falls and a timeout so that they can get the subs in. Nick Tanner, number 30, going to come in for the Broncos. Number 14, Ashton Hilscher, and also number 22, Justin Pekarski, out onto the floor. So I think both teams have emptied their benches. This is where you earn your money, when you got to go back to the sheet so you can learn everybody's name. Kavarnlov dribbles to the near wing. Leaves it for Kyle Thompson. Gets to the free throw line. Tries to go back outside to Kemeny, and that passes a little bit out of his reach. And for some reason, the clock is running. I don't think anybody's going to argue a whole bunch. About 3 seconds extra ran off there. Tanner gets it into Tomzak. Tomzak tries to direct a little traffic as Kyle Thompson comes up to him. To Nick Tanner. Tanner off the dribble. Leaves it for Forsyth. Forsyth back to Tanner in the corner. To Tomzak as we go under a minute remaining in the ball game. Near side, Hilscher. Hilscher dribbles in, tries to go back outside, stolen away by Dignan. Dignan leaves it for Thompson. Nice pass, nice catch, nice lay-in. Kyle Thompson gets his first points of the ball game, and it's 90-66 here with 40 remaining. Tomzak doesn't like that point guard role maybe. Dribbles to the top of the key, leaves it for Forsyth in the corner to Hilscher. Hilscher dribbles, Stolen away by Kavarnlov. Kavarnlov dribbles up the far side, 25 remaining. Thompson, three-pointer from the corner, won't go. Rebound Kavarnlov, he dribbles in, lays it up, and gets the and one. So the second string comes up off the bench, and they make no mistakes. They're out there doing their thing. So Kavarnlov will head to the free throw line looking for his 5th point. And he gets it. 93-66 with under 20 remaining. Tomczak will dribble it up. Into the front court to Tanner. Tanner to Forsyth. Nearly stolen away by Kavarnlov. Ball's rolling around. 4-3. Forsyth going to take it to the bucket. Won't get the lay-in. Tries to throw it back up, and that is going to be your final score. The Warroad Warriors are going to improve to 8-6 on the season, their 3rd win in a row. The Broncos are going to drop to 6-5 as they have dropped their 3rd game in a row. Let's run down the stats for you here in this basketball game. For Jay Saline, 8-12, 18, 21 points. For Brian Kading, he had 2. For Riley Larson, 6 in the first half, 10 for the ball game. Jesse Forsyth had 8. Cole Anderson, 4. Cullen Ryan, 3. And Jet Tomczak off the bench, he had 18. So 3 players in double figures for the Broncos for their 66 points. They had 5 3-pointers in this ball game, and 3 of them by Jet Tomczak, 2 of them by Jay Saline. The Broncos 6 for 11 from the free throw line in the first half. They shot 8 free throws in the second half, all of them by Helene. He was 4 for 8, so for the ball game, 10 for 19 from the free throw line for the Falls. Looking over at the Warriors, Kyle Kavarnlov, he had 5 points, 11 for Evan Grover, 25 points for Dylan Fox, 8 for Jeremy Cole. He had that foul trouble. 12 points for Cole Spence, 4 for Joseph Dignan, 8 for Jace Thompson, 2 for Kyle Thompson, and 18 points for Virgil Lasnica. The Warriors didn't get to the free throw line very often in this ball game. They shot 5 of them in the second half. They were 2 for 5, so 7 for 12 for the ball game. And they made just 2 3-pointers, both of those in the first half for their 93 points. Think about that. They scored 93 points and only made 2 3-pointers in this basketball game. Final score, Warroad 93, the Broncos 66, and the Broncos again will be at home here on Saturday afternoon. Approximate time 3 o'clock for the start of that game against Crosby Arrington. Folks, I told you it was 36-24. The girls trailed at halftime. They have been outscored 18-0 to start the second half. They now trail 54-24 with 12 minutes remaining in the second half at Mesabi East. For Darcy Sullivan pushing the buttons, for Robert Sullivan, camera work. Thanks, guys. Joey, got that homework done? Dang it, he still doesn't have that homework done, everybody. I'm Tim Ringhofer wishing you a very good evening from the Falls High Gymnasium. You've been watching Bronco Boys basketball on kcc-tv.org and on Midco Channel 7.